Hello, everyone, and welcome to Boscobel, Wisconsin, and week number 4 of this 2017 high school football season. The Papermakers hit the road for the second time this season as they'll take on the Boscobel Bulldogs in non-conference gridiron action. My name is Tom Kirst. Along with me behind the camera is Nita Kirst. We're certainly glad you could join us. As always, our thanks goes out to Nekoosa High School and Wisconsin Rapids Community Media for helping us make telecasts of Nekoosa sports possible. So after seeing 3 very good opponents in their first 3 ball games of the season, Nekoosa steps down a bit tonight as they take on another struggling team and the Boscobel Bulldogs. Nekoosa 0-3 entering this ball game. And regrettably, they've been outscored in those 3 ball games by a huge amount. I think it's 14-143. So they hope to turn that around tonight, put some points on the board, and get a win. Boscobel has the same thoughts running through their heads. Boscobel, a smaller high school, Division VI school, 240 students. They too are 0-3 on the season, with losses to Wazeeka, Belleville, and last week to Mineral Point. Neither of these teams have shown much offensively this season. And of course, both teams have given up quite a few points, so going to be interesting to see how this ball game plays out. Boscobel with a very short kick to begin the ball game. Jace Loebner at about the 32 returns it up near the 40-yard line, and Nekoosa is in business from there. I was surprised that ball went that far. So Nekoosa sends out the offense. Expect to see the same backfield as a week ago. Kyle Olson is the quarterback for the Papermakers. Kyle, a senior. Behind him in the backfield is Trent Waltenberg, Jace Loebner, and I believe Sawyer Niprath. Brandon Anthony in the ball game. So he's starting tonight in place of Niprath, I believe. Anthony picks up about 1 on that first carry. Beautiful night for football. Temperature in the low 60s right now. It's supposed to get down to about 50, I believe, before this ball game ends. Nice clear skies. The sun is setting to our right. Nekoosa on 2nd and 9. Waltenberg in motion. Olson scrambles away from trouble, and he's got some room down the sideline. Olson across the 40, the 30. One man to beat, and Jace Olson is going to take it the distance. No flags on the field, 58 yards. And Kyle Olson, with a 58-yard run. So that didn't take long for Nekoosa, and they've finally got a rushing touchdown. Their first of the season. It comes in game number 4 down here against Boscobel. 6-0, 11:07 to play yet here in the opening period. Now we're going to see Jace Olson as he's on to attempt the point with brother Kyle holding the football. And that kick has plenty of distance, and it is accurate as well. So Nekoosa off to a great start. 11:07 to play, first quarter, 7-0 Papermakers. So Nekoosa's kickoff team on the field. And Jace Olson will kick it away to the Bulldogs. Dakota Frazier and Cowie Isaacson back. That's Isaacson with the football. And he brings it back up the right side to about the 36-yard line.
Cowie Isaacson, the return up to the 36-yard line, 35-yard line. Tackled by number 7, Jace Olson for the Patriots.
Jace Olson, the kicker, in on the stop for Nekoosa.
First and 10.
So Nekoosa struggled defensively all year, stopping the run. Let's see what they can do now against Boscobel. Boscobel won 1 ball game last year. And off the top of my head, I can't think of who that was. Go to the notes, Tom. But they're on course for that again this year. They appear to enjoy throwing the football, though. And they'll do it here on first down. Quarterback breaks away. and picks up about 5. That's Eric Ward, listed in the program as a fullback, but excuse me, number 12.
Run by number 12, Eric Ward.
That is Eric Ward.
For a gain of 5 yards. To bring up second down and 5.
Second and 5 coming up for Nekoosa. Boscobel is a member of the Southwest Wisconsin Activities Conference. They call it SWAL, S-W-A-L. Little confusion on second down. Was that 82 with the football?
Tackle by number 62, Braden Price. Andrew Knowles, the ball carrier.
Andrew Knowles, number 70.
Brings up third down and 3.
Third and 3 now for Boscobel. Ward will throw. Oh, he had a man, but the problem was the man had a white shirt. Trent Waltenberg right at his chest, but Trent dropped the football and fourth down rolls around. So it appears to be a 3 and out, but I don't see a punt team going on for the Bulldogs.
Down and 3.
Ward comes over to the sideline and gets the next play from head coach Joey Martin, who also happens to be the athletic director down here, or the activities director at Boscobel. So they go for it here, 4th and 4. Ward, quick throw, got a man. First down yardage
Pass complete.
for number 7, I believe that is.
Colton Achenbach.
Colton
That's gonna be a
Achenbach
Boscobel first down.
with a catch. Boscobel moves the sticks. Ball resting now at the 48-yard line. The lone win last year for Boscobel came right here against Southwestern. That was a conference ball game, so the Bulldogs with 1 victory and 1 conference victory last year. Ward keeps the football this time, and he finds some yardage off their right side.
Number 12, quarterback keeper, Eric Ward.
Waltenberg and Wolf on the tackle, but not until Ward picks up 8.
For the Bulldogs.
So again, Nekoosa struggling, stopping the run.
Second down and 1 from the 44-yard line.
Ball right between the 43 and 44-yard line. Second and short. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Ward looks right and is sacked before he could get rid of that football. Sawyer Goodwin
77, Sawyer Goodwin.
came out of nowhere. It sure looked like Ward was going to get rid of the football, but before he could, Goodwin puts him to the turf,
From the 48-yard
and a negative play for the Bulldogs. Ball placed now at the Nekoosa 48-yard line. 3rd and about 6. Ward. Quick toss to Cora, and he is put down short of the first down marker
Pass complete to
by number
for a
34,
gain of 4 yards. Going to bring up
Sawyer
fourth down and
Niprath.
2 from the 44-yard line.
Boscobel's gone for it on 4th down once already in this drive, and they'll do it again. 4th and 2. Ward can't get rid of it this time, as he is put down for a loss by a blitzing linebacker, number 62, Brandon Spice. And Boscobel turns the football over on downs,
On the sack
and Nekoosa will get it right at midfield.
at the 50-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Papermakers.
Mama really surprised to see number 22, Marquand Wiesen, in the ball game tonight for Nekoosa. If you remember last week, Wiesen looked like he pulled a muscle, and at the end of the game, he could barely walk off the field. Could have been cramps. It's good to see Marquand out there tonight. He lines up at one of the end positions right now. Olsen straight ahead. That's Brandon Wolf, I believe. Nope, that's not Brandon Wolf. That's Dylan Bills.
23.
And Bills picks up a big chunk of yardage, 23, and a first down for the Papermakers.
Pick up 26
So Nekoosa gets Wiesen back again this week, and now they've got Dylan Bills back in the ball game as well. Dylan's missed the last 2 games. So Waltenberg and Bills, the running backs behind the quarterback, Olson. Waltenberg with the pitch. Trent plows his way ahead down near the 20-yard line. And Nekoosa really moving the football here in the opening quarter.
Number 33, the ball carrier, Trent Waltenberg.
Pretty nice facility here at Boscobel. Of course, you can see the track around the football field. Brand new concession stand, a nice press box behind us. Bills straight ahead, first down yardage, down near the 10-yard line. So Dylan Bills busting through there. And Nekoosa will have first and 10 or maybe goal. I'm not sure. It's a first and goal. The ball just inside the 10-yard line. Nekoosa quickly to the line of scrimmage. And they run it again with Bills. Dylan gets outside to the end zone. Did he make it? Yes. We have a touchdown. Call from one of the linesmen. And Nekoosa on the board for the second time here in the first half. Make that first quarter. 6:46 to play. And Nekoosa increases their lead now to 13-0 on a 10-yard run by Dylan Bills. Jace Olson on to attempt to try. Kyle couldn't handle the snap. And now Olson shoved out of bounds about the 5-yard line. So the conversion fails. But hey, Nekoosa up 2 scores. 6:46 to play, opening quarter. 13-0 Nekoosa. Jace Olson puts it downfield. Ward with the football, I believe, for Boscobel. Makes a good cut. Back into the middle and brought down about the 38-yard line. And I believe Jace Olson in on the stop again. So Jace Olson kicks off, and he also tackles the returner on both cases here in the first quarter.
For the Bulldogs at the 37-yard line.
So Boscobel back in business. Good field position for the Bulldogs. Long trip for Nekoosa fans tonight, 2 hours plus. You see a handful of them across the way. I'd say there's probably about 30, maybe 40, maybe 30. First down, collision in the backfield. The quarterback has to keep the football. And Isaacson.
Coy Isaacson, the ball carrier. No gain, going to bring up 2nd and 10.
No gain. So we saw Eric Ward, I believe, number 12 at quarterback the first couple of series. Now we're seeing number 14, Corey Isaacson. Even though in the program it's K-A-U-Y. Kai? We'll go with Kai. They wouldn't misprint a program, right? 2 receivers right, 1 left. Single back behind the quarterback. Quick throw. And Achenbach, Colton Achenbach, takes it across the 40-yard line
for a gain of
to about the 41.
3 yards.
Nekoosa coached by Mr. Paul Liebherr. Paul in his second season as the head man, Nekoosa. 5-5 a year ago. And still looking for that first win here in the 2017 season. Isaacson wants to throw. Brandon Wolf all over him. Isaacson gets a block. And that ball overthrown for Colton Achenbach. Nice job by Isaacson. Just being able to get rid of that football. 4th down rolls around again for the Bulldogs. 4th and about 7. The ball's at the Boscobel 41-yard line. And again, it looks like the Bulldogs are going to go for it here on 4th down. They are a 4-down team, no doubt about it. But, you know, I've got to you got to give them one thing, and they've had good field position each time they've gone for it on 4th down. It's not like they were back inside their 10-yard line. Well, they're going to punt it this time. Maybe. Nekoosa drops a man back. And the ball is delivered. It's going to hit about the 30, take a Nekoosa hop and be down at about the 32-yard line.
Punt by Justin Miller.
5:07 to play yet here in the quarter. Nekoosa
32-yard line.
with their 3rd possession.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for the paper.
They've been lights out so far. A couple of touchdown runs.
28 yards.
One by Kyle Olson, that 58 yards. One by Dylan Bills, 10 yards. Nekoosa hasn't thrown the ball yet, have they, in this first quarter? So everything on the ground. Coming into this game, I don't think Nekoosa had 100 yards rushing for the season. They've got over 100 here in the first quarter. Olson hands it off. Right side. And a good run by number 31, Brandon Anthony.
Number 31, Brandon Anthony.
I believe that is Brandon Anthony. That's not Sawyer Niprath, is it? I think it looks bigger than Niprath. Reason I question that is that Anthony, I haven't seen Anthony on the field the first 3 games. And sometimes they change a number on you. Hey, I forgot my jersey. Oh, here's one. 2nd down and about 2. Quick hitter. Bills breaks into the secondary. Dylan Bills in a foot race right now with about 3 Bulldogs, and Dylan Bills wins this one.
Dylan Bills for the touchdown on a 60-yard
60-yard run for Dylan Bills. That comes at the 4:17 mark here of this first quarter. And Nekoosa now on top 19-0. Bills with his 2nd touchdown of this first quarter. Jace Olson back out. He'll attempt to kick. Brother Kyle will hold the football. Good snap. And I'm not sure what happened that time. Evidently, Kyle didn't get the ball down. And again, the conversion fails. 4:17 to play, first quarter, 19-0, Nekoosa. Kyle is on to kick it. No, Jace is on to kick it. And he does so. It's a good one this time. Taking it about the 18-yard line. Running circles. That's an interesting looking return now, wasn't it? Dakota Frazier thought he'd go up that left sideline, but changed his mind, and instead of cutting, he did a little semicircle. But he was caught and brought down. So this is the worst field position thus far for Boscobel. They're going to start from their own 22-yard line. Receiver right, receiver left, 3 backs behind the quarterback, Isaacson. And Isaacson still has the football, and he breaks into the secondary. Marquand Wiesen finally shoves him out of bounds at the 38-yard line. Let me do the math. 28, 38, 40-yard run for the quarterback, Isaacson. It's a little option football that time.
42-yard run.
And Isaacson did a nice job, made a good decision keeping the football.
That's going to bring up a Boscobel Bulldog. First down.
So Boscobel back in Nekoosa territory, 1st and 10, the ball at the 38-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 38-yard line.
Again, full house, backfield, behind the quarterback, Isaacson. This time they stuff it to the fullback. I believe that's Andrew Knowles.
Andrew Knowles, the ball carrier, tackled by number...
And Knowles with a short gain of about 2. Before linebacker Brandon Spice came up to put him down. Nice scenic little park here, isn't it? In conjunction with the football field. Little hill in the background, lots of trees, tennis court. Swimming pool behind us. Yeah, it looked beautiful. 2nd and 8. Isaacson kept it that time, then he pitched it at the last second to Frazier, and Frazier's got first down yardage.
Pitch to Dakota Frazier. Going to be
So again, a nice job by the quarterback,
9-yard run
Isaacson.
for Frazier. And another Boscobel Bulldog.
Isaacson probably
First
picked
down.
up 2 or 3 yards himself, and then after he was past the line of scrimmage, actually
Gonna be
pitched it
first
back
and
to
10
Frazier
at the 28-yard line.
for the next 5 or 6 yards. You may see a lot of points here tonight. But I really expected the Bulldogs to throw the football. They're doing a good job of running it right now. A pitch this time, big hole on the right side.
Run by number 7,
Bales
Colton
comes up and
Achenbach.
puts down Colton
Tackle by
Achenbach,
number 23
but not until Colton picked up about 6.
for a 6-yard gain. Going to be 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
Everything on the ground in this drive for the Bulldogs. They move the football from their own 22 to the Nekoosa 22. 2nd and 4. Isaacson with a late pitch. This time, Frazier finds Little on that left side.
Pitch to Dakota Frazier
Maybe a yard.
for a gain of a yard.
3rd down coming up.
Going to bring 3rd down and 3 for the Bulldogs at the 21-yard line.
Mark the ball about the 21, so it's going to be 3rd and about 3 now for Boscobel. Again, full house backfield. They pitch it. Trying to get outside is Achenbach, and he's not going to get there. Good pursuit by Nekoosa.
Achenbach,
Brandon
ball
Wolf,
carrier,
Brandon Frazier.
loss of 2 yards. Going to bring up 4th and 4.
It's a loss of about 3 on the play and 4th down. If Boscobel goes for it on 4th down from their own 40, they'll certainly go for it on 4th down from the Nekoosa 23. 4th and about 5. Same run formation. They do have one receiver split right. Straight ahead. First down yardage. Dakota Frazier, I believe. Nope, it wasn't Frazier. Number 7, Achenbach.
The ball carrier.
Achenbach needed 5, and he picked up 7.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 15-yard line.
There was nothing fancy about that one. This power football. As Isaacson pitched it to Achenbach and followed his blockers for 7. Under a minute to play in the opening period. 1st and 10 from the 15. Pass formation this time. 3 receivers split left, 1 right, a single back behind Isaacson. And Isaacson keeps it. Straight ahead inside the 10 to about the 8. Nice call by the Boscobel coaches as they spread their offense and then just had the quarterback keep it on
Going to
a
be an 8-yard run.
simple run up the middle.
Ball at the 7-yard line.
2nd and a long 2, the ball at the 7. Frazier, short yardage. Goodwin in on the
Frazier,
stop.
ball carrier.
And with that play, this first quarter is going to come to an end. So an entertaining first quarter, especially if you're a Nekoosa fan, as we see some points put on the board. We played 1. It's Nekoosa 19 and Boscobel nothing.
Going to bring up 3rd.
So Boscobel with a big 3rd down now. 3rd and 2 from the 7-yard line. Isaacson still has it. Now he pitches it late. Keegan Colo almost made a good stop for a loss, but couldn't get, is that Dylan? I believe so.
Run by Frazier.
That was Frazier. Couldn't bring down Frazier about the 6-yard line. And Frazier goes on to pick up a first down at the 1.
Going to bring up 1st and goal.
Colo just needed a little help that time and didn't get any. So now Boscobel knocking at the door. We get a whistle and a flag before the snap. And boy, that'd be a tough penalty for Boscobel if it's on them. It is. First and goal from the 1. Now it turns into first and goal from the 6. We'll see if Nekoosa can, that defense can somehow rally. Been pushed down the field pretty well by the Bulldogs in this possession. Again, 3 running backs behind the quarterback. A receiver split right and left. They pitch it. Dillon. Excuse me, Frazier takes it in untouched. Dakota Frazier, 6 yards. And Boscobel on the board, 11:18 to play here in the first half. They're scoring now Nekoosa 19 and Boscobel 6. See what the Bulldogs do here for a conversion. I think they have one player that's changing his shoes, so I assume they're going to attempt a kick here. From the left hash. No, they're going to go for it here. So they're going for 2 from the left hash. Isaacson is ripped in the backfield. Nice play that time, but was that number 64? It was number 64. Even Broder made a good stop. And the conversion fails. 11:18 to play first half. It's now Nekoosa 19, Boscobel 6. So now, Boscobel kicks it away. It was a very short kick the first time. Another short kick, Waltenberg from the 30. Tries to head down that right sideline, and he's bounced out of bounds right into the Boscobel bench.
Kicking off for the Dogs, number 30.
But a good return by Trent as he brings it back about 15 yards.
Back to the 45-yard line.
So Nekoosa now, after giving up a score, let's see if they can
First and 10 for the
right the ship. Boscobel's going to take a timeout. 11:11 to play here in the first half.
timeout. First and 10 for the Papermakers.
First and 10 for Nekoosa. The ball at the 45-yard line. Kyle Olson, the quarterback. And Nekoosa leaves early that time. Wolf from that right end position left about a count early.
Papermakers will bring up first and 10 from the.
Looked like a Canadian football play that time. Nekoosa had a man in motion coming at us, and Wolf picked up and started heading the other way. That's legal in Canada, by the way. You can have, well, you can't have your linemen in motion. I guess that would be wrong, but you can have all your backfield guys in motion, heading toward the line of scrimmage even before the snap. Nekoosa, little passing formation here too. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Waltenberg in motion. They hand the ball off straight ahead, and I believe that's Dylan Bills who takes it out to the 45-yard line.
Run by number 23, Dylan Bills.
So Dylan got the 5 yards from the penalty back, plus just a tad more. Gonna be second and a long 9 for the Papers.
Stop for the Bulldogs. Gonna bring up second down and 10 from the 45-yard line.
Cole Caberly over the football at that center position for Nekoosa. Colo splits left. I believe that's Bills right. Nope, that's Bills right there. That was Brandon Wolf spread wide right that time. Dylan finds a little gap on that left side, takes it out close to midfield. And Nekoosa's going to have a pretty lengthy third down here, third and about 6.
Cooper Rounds and Jake Bray on the stop for the Bulldogs.
Kyle Olson talking to the Nekoosa coaches across the way. Getting the play for this 3rd and 6. And now Nekoosa, a little confusion. They're going to have to take a timeout. 19-6, 10:03 to play, first half. 3rd and 6.
For the Papermakers.
Boscobel fired up on the sideline over here. They want to stop. Nekoosa's going to throw it. Wide open. Brandon Wolf. And he's going to take it the distance. A beautiful throw by Kyle Olson. A play that covers 44, make that 49 yards. 51 yards on the completion. And Nekoosa 4 for 4 now, scoring touchdowns on possessions tonight. Olson actually had two teammates open on that play. Wolf was deep, and I'm not sure who the short man was, if that was Waltenberg or not, but he had his choice. And he chose wisely and made a good throw. 25-6 our score. Nekoosa gonna go for 2 now. Tight formation, 3 backs. Waltenberg got in or not? He did get in, but there's a flag, and I think there's a hold coming up on Nekoosa. So Boscobel obviously will take the penalty, and Nekoosa can have another go at it, this time from the 12-yard line. Where's the 13-yard line? It's too bad Waltenberg made a good run there. He was stopped in the backfield, but just kept those legs churning and did get in. So from the 13.
2-point conversion is going to take place at the...
Olson keeps it this time. Going for Wolf again. Missed him. And the conversion fails. 9:53 to play in a half. Nekoosa 25, Boscobel 6.
Number 7, Jace Olson to kick it off for the Papermakers.
So we've had 5 scores already in this ball game. We still have 10 minutes to play in the first half. Kyle Olson,
Ball goes out of bounds. Flag comes
make
up.
that Jace Olson, kicks the ball out of bounds. So Boscobel will take it, I believe, at their own 35. So Nekoosa defense back on the field. Let's see if they've figured some things out now. Bulldogs ate them alive on their last drive.
The first and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 35-yard line.
78-yard drive, which ended in a 6-yard touchdown run for Dakota Frazier. See if Nekoosa can stop their running game now. Same formation, 3 backs behind the quarterback, and the quarterback remains Isaacson. Fullback finds an opening up the middle. Andrew Knowles across the 40 to about the 41.
For a gain of 7 yards.
So no answer there for Nekoosa.
Second down for the Bulldogs.
Boscobel's done a pretty good job of running the ball inside and outside. We got Nekoosa guessing a bit. And Isaacson, the quarterback's done a pretty good job of running the option at times. Nekoosa needs penetration up front. They get it that time, but the tackler ran right by the ball carrier. And Knowles
again
with another good carry, this time for about 8. Picks up a first down.
It's going to bring up another Boscobel Bulldog. First down.
Ball out near midfield at the 49-yard line.
First and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 49-yard line.
Again, 3 running backs behind the quarterback. Isaacson going to throw it. And he's going to go down. Nice job of getting back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe even made a yard.
Quarterback keeper, Coy Isaacson.
That's a little surprising. They've had so much success just running the ball down Nekoosa's throat. And then all of a sudden they throw a little pass in there. I would keep running the football until I get stopped. But you know what? I'm not a coach. And I have no say. It's sort of like being at home. Second and about 9 for the Bulldogs. Quarterback Isaacson keeps it this time, and he goes 8 yards straight ahead.
Boy, Isaacson on the carry. 8-yard carry.
I think Nekoosa, I'm pretty sure Nekoosa has a 4-man front.
Going to bring up 3rd down and 3 from the...
So they don't have a nose guard in the game, or do they? We'll take a look next time they come to the line of scrimmage. I believe they have either equipment problem or an injury right now for Nekoosa. I think it's an equipment problem. It's one of the officials is trying to get the helmet back together or the headgear back together for one of the Nekoosa players. Could be a strap or a snap. Weezen, the player that's having problems with the equipment, and he's going to check out. Keegan Colo comes in for him. 3rd down and about 2 for the Bulldogs, who are playing like Bulldogs right now. Really spread Nekoosa out this time. Isaacson got the edge. Got another 1st down. Too easy right there for the Bulldogs. Broder made the tackle downfield.
1st down.
But again, Nekoosa with no penetration at all from that front line.
Going to bring up 1st and 10 from the...
And no containment that time on the quarterback, Isaacson, as he just simply held the football, ran around the end, and picked up about 8. Non-conference football ends tonight for Nekoosa. Next week, we're in the conference season. So the final, well, the 4 of the final 5 games, excuse me, will be South Central Conference games. Nekoosa opens conference play next week at Wisconsin Dells. That's a short trip for you Nekoosa fans. Come on down to the Dells and catch Nekoosa in action against the Chiefs. South Central Conference teams, well, not faring real well through the first 3 weeks. Watoma, the only team with a winning record, they're 2-1. Wisconsin Dells and Mauston both 1-2, and Adams Friendship and Nekoosa both 0-3, heading into play tonight. Last week, of course, Nekoosa dropped that ball game to Lodi. Watoma defeated Waterloo 50-13. And Marshall topped Adams Friendship 31-13 last week. Other conference games next week besides Nekoosa at the Dells, Watoma is at Adams Friendship.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
And Osaki is taking on Mauston, that a non-conference ball game. So, 1st and 10, ball at the 36-yard line. Goodwin did a good job that time of getting the backfield. He ran into the blocker, rolled off of him, and then puts Isaacson down for about a yard loss. I don't know if he shot a gap that time or just went over the blocker, but a good play by Goodwin. Waltenberg helped out on the tackle, but Goodwin made the play. Back to the passing formation again for Boscobel. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Slot man on the left. Isaacson down the sideline. Left that way short. For the intended receiver, number 22, Tanner Bassett.
Pass intended.
Looked like a little confusion between Bassett and Isaacson that time. I don't think Isaacson had a whole lot of pressure on him. I could be wrong there, but not even close on that one. 3rd and 11 now for the Bulldogs. For some reason, I thought Boscobel's nickname would be the Bears. But no, they're the Bulldogs, and they have a 3rd and 11 here. Isaacson wanted to keep it. Broder got outside, made it a little tougher for him. And now the pursuit's going to take him down eventually. Boy, a lot of fighting Isaacson there. As he is taken down where? At about the 35-yard line. He needed 11. He got about 2, so 4th down coming out. And we have an injured player down for Boscobel. 6:23 to play here in the first half. Injured player was one of the linemen for Boscobel, Jacob Bray. He walked off under his own power. I think we'll see Jacob back in the contest soon. Right now, Boscobel facing a big down here. 4th and 9 from the Nekoosa 36-yard line. 3 men in the backfield behind the quarterback. Isaacson pitches it. Nekoosa with good pursuit, and they put down Achenbach for a loss. That play just never got off the ground.
Turnover on down. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Paper
As
Makers.
Isaacson took the ball and just sort of wandered right that time. And Nekoosa got there pretty quickly and snuffed out the pitch. Nekoosa gets the football back with 6:02 to play here in the first half. Offense has been perfect thus far tonight. 4 possessions, 4 touchdowns. Spread formation, 1 back behind the quarterback. Olsen to Waltenberg. Trent makes a good move on the sideline, crosses midfield, and is down to the 48-yard line. Boy, Waltenberg made a good catch, number 1. And then he could have easily stepped out of bounds, but he made a good move up the sideline and picked up another 10. Another injured basketball player on the field. 25-6, Nekoosa. Well, we're back. Second injury of this first half for Boscobel. Unfortunately, this one didn't turn out as well as the first. If injury can turn out well. It looks like Daquan Walsh, a sophomore football player for Boscobel, some type of leg injury, but they had to put him on a gurney and take him for further evaluation. Back to business, though. Nice run down the field. Fairly easy run down the field for Dylan Bills. Picks up about 20, but there is a flag.
Run by number 22, stopped by number 45, Justin Miller with a flag.
And I'm not sure. The flag is way back at the 18-yard line, but I think the infraction occurred probably over the 30 somewhere. So it's going to be an interesting spot here. I'm going to say the infraction occurred at the 32 and mark off the penalty from there.
Going to be holding against the Paper Makers.
So that wipes out a good run by Bills, or at least most of it. I believe that's a 10-yard penalty. It is. You know, back in my day, that was 15 yards. Get caught for holding. It was a tough time to play football.
Going to bring up 1st down for the Paper Makers. It's going to be 1st
and I walked to school in the snow, yeah. 1st down again for Nekoosa. 1st and 3 now because of the penalty. Waltenberg cuts it up. He's got 1st down yardage. He wants more. Battles his way down near the 30. Finally put down at the 31 by a host of Boscobel defenders.
Bray
1st down, Nekoosa. As I recall, Nekoosa had 1 4th down play in this game, right? They've moved the football throughout the half. Straight ahead. Bills pushes the pile down to about the 25. It's obviously good for this Nekoosa offense to have Dylan Bills back in the lineup.
Ball carrier number 23, Dylan Bills.
That offensive line getting a little bit better every week. Second down at about 4 now for the Paper Makers. Everybody tight on the second down. And they run it left side. Bills gets ahead of steam across the 20, down to about the 18. 1st down, Nekoosa. Been a long first half. We've had a few injuries, a lot of scoring. That last injury break probably lasted about 20 minutes. It was long enough for the players to actually take some time to stretch again before we started playing. 1st and 10 from the 17. Bills, can he get outside? Cuts it up. 1st down yardage inside the 10. And a determined run by Dylan Bills. Going to mark it at about the 5. And Nekoosa now 1st and goal. Still 4:11 to play here in the half.
First and goal.
Olsen. Not much that time. I believe that was Bills again. Short game, maybe a yard. It was Bills on the carry. They mark it at about the 4, so he did pick up positive yard there. But not much room there in the middle of that Boscobel defense.
Brings up 2nd goal from the 4-yard line.
Clock running, 3:30 to play in the half. Olsen still has it. Got a receiver wide open. Touchdown, Trent Waltenberg.
Number 33 on the reception.
So Nekoosa on the board one more time here in the half. A little 4-yard pass from Kyle Olsen to Trent Waltenberg. 31-6 our score. Jace Olsen back on. Nekoosa will try to kick the conversion here. They've been successful one time tonight doing that, and that kick is going to be wide. So again, Nekoosa fails on the conversion, but they do have a lead. 3:18 to play in the half. Nekoosa 31, Boscobel 6. Kyle Olsen has it teed up at the 40-yard line, puts a foot to it, and it's taken on the other end by Dakota Frazier. Frazier ran about 15 yards untouched and brings it back to the 42-yard line.
Frazier on the return gets the ball out to the...
So Nekoosa really slow getting down to cover that kick, or some fantastic blocking by Boscobel on that return. Frazier brought it back about 18 yards. Still a lot of time to go here in the half, 3:11. Boscobel has used 2 timeouts, so they have 1 remaining. Nekoosa has 2 remaining here in the half. Quarterback remains Kai Isaacson. He did not start the game, but he's played the majority of the first half. Again, trips behind him in the backfield. Pitches it. The ball's on the ground. Picked up again by Isaacson. And he's going to be brought down for a big loss by number 33, Trent Waltenberg.
Fumble recovered by the Bulldogs.
So Nekoosa couldn't come up with a football, but they did put Isaacson down for a long loss. He's a loss of about, 13 on the play.
2nd down and 23 from
The ball down at the 30-yard line. Nekoosa had good penetration initially on that play. I believe that was Goodwin again, as he created a little disruption in that backfield. 2nd and 23 now for the Bulldogs. Hand it off, and a man in the backfield. A good play by number 55, Carson Allison. Allison in the backfield. Almost took that handoff that time from Isaacson. Allison at that left tackle position right now. Goodwin is the right tackle. Broder is the left defensive end. It looks like Brandon Wolf is the right defensive end. 3rd and 23. They run it. Find a little room, but not near enough. As Colton Achenbach picks up about 5.
The ball carrier picks up
4th down and still about 20. So we're going to see the punt team come on for
35-yard line.
Boscobel. 45 is the punter. Problem, I don't have a 45 on my roster sheet here. Be the second punt of the game for the young man. Is that Wiesen back for Nekoosa? I believe it is. Marquand Wiesen, lone back, or lone returner on this play for Nekoosa. High punt toward the right sideline. It's going to head out of bounds about the 35-yard line. So Nekoosa, with 42 seconds to play in the half, gets one more shot at that goal line. See if Nekoosa comes out throwing it now. They still, again, they have 2 timeouts remaining.
No return. That's where the papermakers set up shop. 1st and 10. From their
Most of their offense has come on the ground here in the first half, but they have had at least, well, they've had 2 touchdown passes. Kyle Olson with 2 touchdown passes, one to Waltenberg and the other to Wolf. They run it on 1st down. Obvious face mask, but it wasn't called. Wow. I can't believe that. You got it. You got the referee back there, and you got the linesman, and they had a great view of what was going on there, and they both missed it. Just a flagrant pull of the face mask. Nekoosa takes a timeout. So Nekoosa loses 3 on that last play. 2nd and 13. 30 seconds to play in the half. Olson will throw it this time. Gets outside. Got Wiesen out there. Marquand with a catch. And he's brought down inside the 15-yard line. 20 seconds yet to play. The clock stops as they move the chains.
Pass complete to number 22.
52 yards on the throw and the catch. Wiesen would have scored if that ball had been thrown a little bit further, but he had to wait for it. Still a good throw by Olson. Clock running. Nekoosa needs to snap the football. They do. Olson got a man. That's Brandon Wolf. Touchdown, Nekoosa.
Touchdown completion caught by number 21.
So the papermakers navigate about 65 yards in 3 plays, and they are now on top 37-6 with 11 seconds to play here in the half. 18 yards. Olson to Wolf. And again, Jace Olson on to attempt the point. And that one, no good.
The PAT is no good.
So Nekoosa has scored what? 6 times here in the first quarter. They've only had 1 conversion, 1 successful conversion though. So a 37-6 score with 11 seconds to play. Boy, you can't say enough about the Nekoosa offense tonight, as they have gone from scoring, 14 points through 3 games to 37 in the first half. Somehow Boscobel has 2 timeouts left according to the scoreboard. Maybe I was just reading it wrong before. Nekoosa was out of timeouts. But I don't think Boscobel is going to use their timeouts here in the last 11 seconds. Remember, conference football next week. Nekoosa at Wisconsin Dells Friday night, 7 o'clock. See you down there for that first conference game. Good kick here by Jace Olson, as it's picked off by Isaacson. And Isaacson got away. And is finally taken down by number 31, Brandon Anthony.
Isaacson on the return for the Bulldogs brings the ball out to the 41-yard line.
We have a flag down. I'm not sure what that's about. Did our camera person catch that? I mean, what happened over here? I didn't see it. But it's going to be a personal foul, I think, on Nekoosa. Though the referee hasn't been very dynamic in conveying that to the crowd. So it's going to be first down for Boscobel, and they're going to be in Nekoosa territory. The ball goes down to the 44-yard line. But there's only 2.3 seconds to play, so this will be the last, barring a penalty anyway. This will be the last play of this first half. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Look for the quarterback to air it out here. Flag down. And the pass goes incomplete. That one thrown by Eric Ward, who came back in the ball game. Holding penalty on Boscobel is declined, and this first half is history. We played one half. It's Nekoosa 37 and Boscobel 6. We are about ready for the start of the second half of this non-conference ball game. Nekoosa on top. 37-6, an offensive explosion for the Papermakers in the first half. 19-0, our score after 1. Nekoosa put the 3 more scores in the second quarter to 1 for Boscobel, outscoring them 18-6 in that second period. And again, 37-6 as we begin the second half. Nekoosa with the honors of kicking the ball away. Jace Olson will do his thing. Back deep, Isaacson and Frazier. Frazier with the football. And again, gets a big running start. Untouched. Look out here. Got outside. Saving tackle by number 31, Brandon Anthony. And a nice return for Nekoosa Frazier.
Ball back all the way down to the 29-yard line.
Nekoosa struggled in several areas this far this year, and covering kicks is another one. 51-yard return. 29-yard line for Boscobel. Eric Ward back in at quarterback to begin the second half. He has Andrew Knowles behind him in the backfield. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. They throw left. A lateral, as a matter of fact, to Achenbach. And he's put down by
pass complete.
Number 23, Dylan Bills, after a short gain.
27-yard line, 28-yard line.
With Coy Isaacson and a quarterback in that first half, Boscobel really did a nice job running the football. They go back to Eric Ward to begin the second. And the first play is a pass. Let's see what they do from this spread formation on second down and about 8. Throw again. Ward in trouble. He's going to go down.
Sack in the backfield.
77 Sawyer Goodwin got to him first. Sawyer's second sack tonight. Sawyer's been doing a pretty good job of getting in that Boscobel backfield on running plays as well. Sawyer, just a sophomore, 6'2", 195 pounds. 3rd and 12, same formation, 2 receivers both sides. Ward, the quarterback, looking right. Wolf hits him as he throws it, and Waltenberg with a near pick. Nice play by Colton Achenbach to prevent Waltenberg from bringing that ball down. A good pressure that time by defensive end Brandon Wolf as he put Ward down. And 4th down rolls around now for the Bulldogs. Just underway here in the second half. Two receivers left and right. Single back behind the quarterback on 4th and 12. Ward again looks right. In trouble, got away though. Ward trying to run for that first down, and did he get there? Really depends on where they mark the football, and they're going to mark him short, I believe.
Ward with the keeper.
So Ward stepped out of bounds about the 22. He needed to get down to about the 20. And Nekoosa is going to take over the ball on downs. So good job by the defense. After Boscobel gets it in great field position, Papermakers shut them down. Now let's see what Nekoosa's got for second half offense. They've been just outstanding tonight in that first half.
Such a great concessions tonight.
Running the football and throwing the football. Tight formation on first down. Loebner in motion. Little misdirection coming this way is Waltenberg. Trent across the 40 up to the 44-yard line. I don't know if we've seen that play yet tonight.
Run by number 33.
First time Nekoosa's run that play successfully. Oh, that's successful this season. As Waltenberg picks up about 22. And Nekoosa with a first down at the 44.
At the 44-yard line.
Temperature dropping out here. I think we're in the 50s now. My bare legs are saying maybe 58. Right side, big hole, Bills. Another first down, this time inside the 30, make that the 45-yard line. Boy, Dillon does a nice job of hitting that line of scrimmage quickly. Full head of speed, full head of steam. And that makes a difference. You don't have to hold your block as long when the back hits the hole that quickly. From the 41, first and 10. Bills again. Got out of there somehow, broke another tackle, and Dillon Bills will score. Yes, touchdown, Nekoosa.
Number 23.
Isaacs had almost brought him down short of the goal line, but Dillon made it. 41 yards, and Nekoosa on the board here in the second half. 43-6 our score. Jace Olson on to attempt to try. Kyle Olson the hold. And that kick looks good, and it is. So Nekoosa off to a good start here in the second. 9:21 to play, third quarter. It's now Nekoosa 44 and Boscobel 6.
Middle school and high school cross country teams.
So we've seen 3 Nekoosa ball games this far this year, and each one of them had Nekoosa down by 35 plus and a running clock in the second half. Papermakers have turned the table tonight as they're up by 35 plus. Nekoosa good coverage this time, failed to bring down the ball carrier as Loebner was run over.
Number 45, Justin Miller.
But pretty good kick coverage that time by Nekoosa. And Boscobel will start in their own territory at about the 31-yard line, I think. No, it's going to be more like the 34.
It's going to be first and 10 from the 34-yard line.
I'm getting pretty good at reading these angles. You know that? The key is to watch the linesmen, see where they go. Giving away my secrets. 8:40 to play, third quarter. The clock is running. Let's see who's in at quarterback this time. I believe that's Ward yet for Boscobel, number 12. It is. Knowles behind him in the backfield. Ward keeps it straight ahead, picks up about 4.
Eric Ward for the keeper for a gain of 5 yards. Going to bring up second down and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Brought down by number 82, Austin Sutherland. Austin in at that left tackle spot right now for Nekoosa. So Wolf, Sutherland, Sawyer Goodwin, yep, and I think 55 is the other. Allison, the other tackle. Nothing here on second down as Knowles is stacked up by a group of Papermakers. Excuse me, including Trent Waltenberg. So quickly it's third down.
Short gain, going to bring up second down and 5.
Did I miss something here? Isn't that the third?
Third down, 5.
Yeah, there we go. Third down.
Half-yard line.
Third down and 5. Ball right at the 40-yard line. They hand it off. Pretty good hole on that left side that time for Frazier, and he is very close to the first down sticks.
Frazier, the ball carrier, going to pick up a first down. It's going to be another Boscobel Bulldogs.
He does have the first down as he crossed the 45.
45-yard line.
I formation this time behind the quarterback. We haven't seen that much tonight, if at all. They hand it off to Frazier again, and he picks up another 5 yards as he crosses midfield
Pick up about 6 yards on the carry.
to about the 49-yard line.
A host of paper makers there for the tackle. Going to bring up 2nd down and 4 from the 49-yard line.
Learned a couple of things about Boscobel on our trip through town tonight. I'll share those with you in a second. You probably know them already anyway. Ward hands off again. Is that Frazier? Good spin move, but Waltenberg and Jace Olson put him down for a short gain.
Frazier, the ball carrier.
Did you know that Boscobel is the wild turkey hunting capital? It's on the sign as you come into town. We don't know if that means that they're the hunting capital of the state or the turkey hunting capital of the county, but they are evidently a big turkey hunting area down here, just off the Wisconsin River. Gonna get a procedure penalty on Boscobel as the left tackle moved.
False start on the Bulldog.
Another little known fact that I wasn't aware of was that the Gideons started here. The first Bible was placed in a hotel room here in Boscobel, Wisconsin. They still have that that room and that Bible? They do.
3rd and 7.
Swan, come on down. Get a little history, Wisconsin history down here in Boscobel. Town is bigger than Nekoosa. It's about 3,500 people. But the school, the high school, is about 100 kids smaller than Nekoosa. Ward finds Isaacson on this 3rd down play as quarterback
Coy Isaacson,
Ward hits the other quarterback for this Boscobel team, and they pick up a first down. Just enough for that first down. Clock running, 4:25 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Nekoosa slowing Boscobel down offensively, but Bulldogs still moving the football. Frazier for about 4.
Dakota Frazier picks up 4 more yards.
Brought down by Spice and Wolf for Nekoosa.
Going to bring up 2nd and 6. Ball at the 40-yard line.
I wonder if Nekoosa and Boscobel have ever played any sporting competition against each other. Sort of interesting to think about, coming all the way down here to play Boscobel. When Nekoosa does come down in this area to play River Valley, and they played Platteville in tournament. Little miscommunication that time as Ward's pass sails incomplete.
Pass intended.
We heard through the PA announcer here tonight, too, that Gay Electric Trempealeau is playing against River Valley tonight in football. 2 teams Nekoosa's seen already this year, both very good football teams, and I believe the score was 7-7 in the 3rd quarter of that game. Be a good ball game to see. 3rd down and about 6 now for the Bulldogs. Ward. Little bit of pressure. In trouble, and he goes down. Evan Broder. No, that's Brandon Spice, excuse me. Brought him to the turf.
A loss in the backfield for the
Little help from his friends back there as well.
number 62 on.
And 4th down rolls around for the Bulldogs.
4th and
Definitely a throwing down. And as I see it, Ward is the throwing quarterback for Boscobel. Has time. Got a receiver, Isaacson down there, and Isaacson can't pull it in. Isaacson running full out down this right sideline. Got both hands on the football, but just couldn't pull it in. And Boscobel turns it over.
44-yard line.
Game of inches, right? Boscobel very close to getting their second score on the night. Instead, Nekoosa sends their offense on the field. They'll have it from their own 44-yard line. Kyle Olson, still the Nekoosa quarterback, or still in at quarterback. Trent Waltenberg, no, that's Spice. Bills make that behind the quarterback. Dillon gets the football straight ahead. Big hole into the secondary. Frazier trying to bring him down, and Bills drags him about 5-6 yards past that point. And another very impressive run for Dillon Bills. Quick hitter right up the middle. And Bills it's got to be over 200 yards tonight on the ground. And Nekoosa offensively must be pushing 500 yards. First and 10, the ball at the 24. Nekoosa runs the ball right. Good cut. And good effort. Flag comes out late. 44, the ball carrier. Nita, do you remember who 44 was? Riley Dye. With a good run. Let's check out the penalty. For some reason, the clock stopped. I'm not sure why that would be. It should be running.
Block in the back.
So the penalty is a block in the back on Nekoosa. Papermakers will have the football and a first down. Ball now at about the 26-yard line. First and 10. Waltenberg turns it up, puts his head down, and close to another first down. And with that run, the third quarter runs down. We played 3. Our score, Nekoosa 44 and Boscobel 6. So they marked Trent Waltenberg just a yard short on that last run of a first down. So 2nd and 1 for Nekoosa as we begin the second quarter. Waltenberg's got a first down this time. Down inside the 10 to about the 5. Papermakers first and goal.
Frazier and Bus on the tackle. Run by number 33, Trent Waltenberg. Going to be first and goal for the Papermakers.
Nekoosa has not punted the football tonight. New quarterback in the game for Nekoosa now, number 11, Keegan Colo. And he hands it off. Quick hitter up the middle and another Nekoosa score.
Going to be touchdown Papermakers.
I believe that was Riley Dye, who took that football straight ahead and scores on a 5-yard run. Nekoosa now on top. He did score, right? There they go, 50-6. So Riley's first score of the season.
Number 7, Chase Olson.
Chase Olson on to attempt the point. And that one's going to go wide. So Nekoosa fails again on the conversion, but they have a commanding lead.
No good.
10:43 to play in the game. 50 for Nekoosa and 6 for Boscobel. Chase Olson getting a workout tonight. He's got the ball teed up. And Nekoosa will get a little more practice on this kick coverage team as Olsen puts it a foot to it. I think we're waiting for the music to stop. And Olsen with a good line drive kick. Frazier from about the 20. Trying to pick his hole, and does. Breaks through there, out across the 40 to about the 45.
Dakota Frazier on the return. Good return for the Bulldogs.
Wait, there's no way you should.
Out to the 47
A returner on a kickoff should be able to stand there and look at the field that long. He should be swamped with individuals trying to rip his shirt off and put him to the ground. Nekoosa needs to be a little more aggressive. So great field position again for Boscobel. Sort of putting that accent on the last syllable now for some reason for Boscobel. 1st and 10 from about the 47-yard line. Clock running, about 8 minutes to play. Ward still in at quarterback. He wants to throw. Gets in trouble and he goes down. 2 paper makers on his legs. 62 and 82.
In the backfield for the Bulldogs. Couple scores here in the third
62
quarter.
is Brandon Spice and 82 is Austin Sutherland. They get the sack, a 2-yard loss. Clock continues to run, 2nd and about 12 now for the guys in the red shirts.
In the fourth quarter, Cuba City 21, Fenimore 6.
1 back behind the quarterback. Ward delivers it, tipped and picked off. This is Jace Olsen. No, it's not. Who is that masked man? Nice tackle.
Tip ball intercepted.
Number 15 with the interception. That is Clayton Havlovic. And Clayton makes a good return, and Nekoosa gets the ball back about midfield. You know, with all the other stuff going on tonight, they realize it's the first turnover of the night. Boscobel almost fumbled the ball, or did fumble the ball, but recovered their own fumble in the first half. And now Nekoosa finally gets that turnover. Colo at quarterback, 3 backs behind him. Waltenberg ran into a man about 2 yards downfield, and he's put down there. Another flag comes out.
Flags late on the play.
And we'll have to check out this flag. It's going to be another personal foul or unsportsmanlike or something like that. And unfortunately, it's going to go on Nekoosa again.
Personal foul.
Oh, both ways.
Both ways.
Well, it's still not a good foul to get.
2nd down. And 7 from the 45-yard line.
Waltenberg picked up about 3, so 2nd and 7 now for Nekoosa. The ball is resting comfortably, I might add, on the Boscobel 45-yard line. Colo gives it off. Die. Someone got hold of Riley's shirt that time, or his jersey, and hung on for dear life. Riley did pick up a couple. So 3rd down
Boston
coming
Miller
up.
on the tackle. Number 22, Marquin Weeson, the ball carrier. Also Updike on the tackle there for the Bulldogs.
I'm pretty sure that was Die with the football that time. Third and 4 now from the 42. Colo still has it. Trying to get the edge. A flag comes down. Keegan's going to pick up the 1st down, but again, I think Nekoosa is going to get called for a hold in the backfield. So we're going to have to do 3rd down one more time. Good run by the Nekoosa quarterback.
They'll be holding against the paper makers.
Nekoosa's had their share of penalties tonight. Be it personal fouls or holding or a block in the back. So they marked this penalty off from the 46 back to Nekoosa's 44-yard line. So it's a biggie. It occurred behind the line of scrimmage. And, of course, they marked the penalty off from that spot. So Nekoosa now with 3rd and long, 3rd and about 19.
45-yard line.
They run it. Waltenberg turns it up. Trent has a first down and shoved out of bounds around the 35-yard line.
Number 33, Trent Waltenberg.
Waltenberg looked determined that time. And on a 3rd and forever, picks up the first down on the ground. Clock running, 3:40 to play in this game.
Run of 24 yards.
Waltenberg right side. Good size hole again. Takes it down for about 7.
Alderson and Buss on the tackle. Run by Trent Waltenberg.
Straight ahead, Waltenberg. Down to about the 18.
Waltenberg.
Close to a first down. I think he's still a tad shy.
58.
And fourth down rolls around. Where's the 3rd down? 3rd and 1.
Don't forget your volleyball, your varsity, and
Nekoosa and Wisconsin Dells next Friday night down at the Dells. Conference football. Of course, we'll have that for you on public access. Mix up in the backfield. Colo still has it. And Keegan in trouble here, and he's going to go down. Nekoosa turns the ball over on downs. By the way, if you're not aware of this, Nekoosa football can be seen every Saturday afternoon at, I believe it's 4 o'clock. So Saturday's at 4. So we'll record the game on Friday night. It'll be on the next day, Saturday at 4 o'clock. It also run Mondays at 8 o'clock. So Saturdays and Mondays for Nekoosa football. And the good man at Community Media, Tom Laux, also will put the game on other times as well. How was it down off? Nekoosa gets one more try, 4th down. Colo got a man. Did he get in? I don't see a sign.
Pass complete.
So it's just a complete pass, which is good. John Barton with a catch from Keegan Colo. And Barton caught that football right at the 1-yard line. So Nekoosa 1st and goal, knocking at the door one last time here tonight. They've been in the end zone often.
Again, we'd like to thank the class of 1967 who is in attendance for tonight.
8 times this far, looking for number 9.
Don't forget, next Friday night.
Colo hands it straight ahead to Loebner, and Jace is in the end zone. Touchdown, Nekoosa. 44 seconds to play in the game. And Nekoosa now on top, 56-6.
On Monday, the middle school volleyball will host Richland Center Middle School.
Jace Olson, try it one more time. Kyle Olson, the holder. Good snap, good hold. And the kick is no good.
The PAT is no good.
56-6 our score. The clock winding down. I don't think we're going to see another play in this ball game. So that's it for tonight. Nekoosa bounces back with vengeance as they get on the winning side of things with a big 56-6 win here in Boscobel. So Nekoosa with the win, now 1-3 on the season. Boscobel with a loss, 0-4 on this football season. Lots of scoring tonight. No doubt about it.
And the Seneca.
Nekoosa puts up 19 points in the first quarter, 18 in the second, 7 in the third, and 12 in the fourth. Boscobel with a single score. They're coming in the second quarter. Again, our final 56-6. We will be in Wisconsin Dells next week, so hopefully we'll see you down there, number one. Come down and support this Nekoosa football team as they enter conference play. If not, you can always catch the game on River City's community media. Again, Saturday afternoons, 4 o'clock, Mondays at 8 o'clock. Camera person, Nita Kirst. My name is Tom Kirst. I want to thank you for joining us and encourage you to join us again next time for Nekoosa Sports.